Hello, I'm Gus Downing, publisher and editor of the D&D Daily, and this is the LP News Network. We're here today with Hedgie Bartol, Retail Business Development Manager at Access Communications in North America. Within retail, video surveillance systems have traditionally been used for safety and security. Access Network Video Solutions take such systems to a new level, by not only offering HD TV image quality, both in real time and recordings, but also by combining this with the latest intelligent video functions and invaluable analytic tools on the market. This will improve your entire business, from safety and security and loss prevention to merchandising and store operations. Your investment will stretch further, and you'll see a quicker return. With Access Cross-Functional Network Video Solution, you can prevent losses from shoplifting, theft, and cashier fraud, and gain a faster return on investment thanks to reduced losses and increased efficiency. Improve store layout, staff planning, and result of in-store advertising. Easily integrate network video with your existing systems, such as POS and EAS. Improve your bottom line and increase top-line sales. As the market leader in IP video, Access has installed network video solutions in retail environments around the world. So whether you run a store or a chain of them, Access knows the tough challenges you face and how network video can help you overcome them. You'll quickly discover that nobody knows retail like Access. Hedgie, welcome.
Thank you. Boy, that sounded pretty good.
There you go. You know, Hedgie, Access has been innovating new solutions and products year after year. I mean, what are some of the new things that we may be seeing coming down the road?
You know, I think we're going to see a lot of new, obviously, products and types of technology coming down the road. But I think the biggest aspect of that, or the most important aspect of that, is you're going to start seeing more integrated solutions. Where, you know, being that everything is kind of going to the network. Everything is becoming IP enabled. I mean, if you think about it, even your refrigerators today are becoming, you know, internet devices. And so you're going to start seeing more and more of these solutions working together. Obviously the video from our standpoint, but also audio solutions, EAS, access control, and things like that. We've got a very simple integration at our booth here at NRF with our partner NEDAP, who is an EAS provider. And it is a very simple integration where the EAS alarm triggers an event within the camera and marks it as an event. It could just as easily turn a PTZ and zoom in on that opportunity, and you would have that video. So you'll see more and more of these integrations taking place, again, with the access control, the intrusion, even HVAC potentially in refrigeration. And so I think you'll see more of that and more processing power at the edge. And the edge is simply the end device on a network, in our case, the camera. The cameras are going to have more processing power. They'll be able to perform tasks such as people counting, traffic patterns, dwell times, heat mapping, and provide that information, that business intelligence back to the retailer as far as what's happening in their store. You know, these are tools of the loss prevention folks. They own these tools. I don't think they'll ever not own the cameras. But by being able to provide that business intelligence and that operational enhancement back into the organization adds value not only to them because they are intimately valuable to the organization, but to the tools that they use. And proving that, you know, we're not just about, you know, bad guys. We're about the operations and the efficiencies within our organization. I won't get into my soapbox on the value of a loss prevention professional to the organization, but and I also think you're going to see more things coming in the way of, and a lot of people get squirrely with this, but hosted video. You know, bandwidth is becoming more and more available. There are more and more compression technologies that allow you to save on bandwidth and storage, and so for ultimately secure video, you'll see that being sent to the cloud and hosted off-site. So that if anything were to happen, you still have that video and it hasn't been destroyed, it hasn't been stolen, and what have you. So I think you'll see more hosted solutions as well.
And I would imagine some of the recent acquisitions of Access is going to help you provide that.
I would hope so.
I mean, there's what, one or two that organizations, companies that you guys have bought over the last 6 months?
We've had a couple. One is on the door entry type side of the fence. One has to do with city surveillance, and another one is an analytics provider that has been a very good access partner. They run onboard the camera, and I think that's the key. these phones that we use, I don't know that I see too many people making phone calls on them anymore, but they do so many other things. They have the computing power to run apps and applications to help you in your day-to-day life. And so you'll see more and more of this with the cameras. We have a similar type platform. We call it the Axis Camera Application Platform. And it is similar to what you have with a smartphone, where people can actually write programs to do things on the camera, whether it's analytics or whether it's even writing a script that would allow the cameras to automatically provision themselves within the network and things like that.
How does Access remain innovative and continue to seem to provide exactly what the market's looking for?
I was actually just talking with Joe and Amber about this. Sorry, I almost forgot her name. I said,
Amber?
Yeah, what's her name again? But one of the things that I've really enjoyed being here at Axis is that Axis listens. We're not trying to create the products and solutions that we are convinced the market needs. Obviously, our developers see a trend, they see things happening, and they pursue it, but they also listen to the market. They bring all the feedback that we take them. We do, as I mentioned before, a retail forum every year where our product managers and engineers are there to not only educate the industry, but also learn what do you guys need.
And that's coming up this year.
Yes.
When?
August 8th through the 10th in Denver.
In Denver.
Yeah.
And it's open now for registration and people to attend and
Absolutely.
learn more about the value that Access is driving to the market.
Yes, but it's not just about Axis. We spend 2 days where, yes, we do talk about the Axis technology. We share some of our roadmap and new products and things like that, but the vast majority of the time is spent on the technology as a whole. We do sessions on networking basis, networking technologies. We do one on analytics. We actually have some end users that present their situation and their scenario on how to write an RFP for this technology, how to sell internally to their IT department or work with IT. So it's not just an Axis pep rally. It is only for retail end users, so it's a very safe environment for sharing best practices and networking with your peers and finding out, okay, what did you experience? Here's what we're learning, and so forth. It has really grown into quite a session.
How would an LP executive learn about get more about it and get involved and get engaged?
Very, very easy. You go to axis.com/retail forum.
Okay.
And of course, call me. I'll be glad to talk to you, as you know.
There you go. What are you seeing in the cybersecurity arena? I mean, you're talking about this increased bandwidth, and whenever you mention that, it's the hair on the back of my neck goes up and the hackers pop up.
Yeah.
So,
cybersecurity, it is an issue. I mean, it is something that we are all painfully aware of these days. I think sometimes we take greater care in our own homes with locking down our networks than we do maybe in some of our other tools.
Sure.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. So many different things are touching that network now. Phone systems went to the network a long time ago. You've got building controls, you've got cameras, you've got EAS, you've got alarms. The key is to work with your IT department, find out what their security protocols and security needs are, and because these are network technologies, you should be able to work with your IT department on locking them down as they do the servers that run the financials. The key, you don't want to be an intrusion point. So make sure you have a partnership with IT. Axis does provide a couple hardening guides, depending on what your system looks like, that would allow you to sort of harden not just the camera, because our cameras are extremely secure, but you're only as strong as your weakest link. So if you've got a switch or a server that's unprotected, or you have holes in your software, the camera being strong doesn't do you much good.
Right.
So our hardening guides will help you kind of go from edge to core on making sure that you've gone through all the right protocols to make sure it's as locked down as tight as possible.
How do you see the Internet of Things impacting this world?
I think that's all a big part of it. And
they're rushing things to market, and from all the literature I've read, they're really not taking the time to build in the security measures, and there's a lot of predictions that there's a tidal wave coming.
You're right, and it's a little scary, even if you take it from just a consumer standpoint. Like I said, the refrigerators are becoming network devices. People are putting in nanny cams and Nest, connected devices. Read through the documentation. Be aware of what it would take to secure that device, whether it's in your home or whether it's in your business, and just familiarize yourself with what they recommend. Biggest thing, and you're going to think this is crazy, but it's still being done, change the default username and password.
That is
That's
the basic
easy,
issue.
The basic
Absolutely.
issue.
Absolutely.
You can do a search on Google for open nanny cams, unsecured nanny cams, things like that.
right.
And that's scary. If it's
Yeah,
that easy for guys like you and me,
Yeah, it is.
what about the guys who know what they're doing? So, work with IT, establish a plan, work with your integrators and your manufacturers. We're all in this together. We're all fighting the same battle, and so we're all here to help each other out, really. So.
Hedgie, I want to thank Access for all the support, and I want to thank you for being here today.
Well, thank you. I want to leave you with something, Gus.
geez.
This is flat hedgie.
Okay.
And
Do I get to wear it?
You get to wear it. This is for
Okay.
you. And so take him around the.
Is it waterproof?
It is waterproof. It is IP66 rated.
Then I'll never take it off. Even in the
Now I'm a
shower.
little concerned. Now,
I had to say that.
I'm with you. But when you tweet hashtag FlatHedgie and take me around on
you
vacation
go.
with you, and I love retail. So
Hedgie, thanks for being here.
you bet. Thank you, guys.
Well, that's it for this episode, ladies and gentlemen. And until next time, let's keep them all safe out there.